All right, after you know how it is, a longer than you'd like phone call with both your wife and your mom. Shout out to those who understand, which should be everybody. But we're back. We're back talking about we're going to talk about day 3 for Huntington. So this would have been Friday. The main event on Friday was 3v3, 400 modern, quote unquote extreme Highlander, which means that if player A is using a game element, then player B and player C cannot use that game element. Of course, unless it's a generated game element from outside the game. In this event, when I heard it was 400, so at first I thought it was 300. I immediately said, "Oh well, I guess I'm using Phoenix Thor again because Phoenix Thor is the character that I always use for Silver Age events because I don't have a Silver Age collection and blah 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 for reasons. It's easier to borrow only a couple figures to build that team. But either way, I said since I'm already bringing Phoenix Thor for my Silver Age team, I might as well use Phoenix Thor for this as well. Our teammates, of course, it was me and Miguel, and as I mentioned in another episode, Lucas from here at the headquarters also joined us for that event. So Lucas ran a null 10-pole team, which allowed Miguel to use a pretty wide. He had a wide field to choose from. He doesn't want to talk about this event at all because of his performance in it. But Miguel, you gotta at least just say what your team was. You don't need to say anything about any matchups. Just say what did you use for your 400 modern team.
It was mostly Carnage at 125, Began Rack, Agent Anti-Venom, Clintar, Venom Horse, Fenix Bark, I think. And I think that was pretty much it. I don't think I had anything else on that team.
So symbiote team.
Basically.
All right. My experience in this event. Well, actually, first I wanted to ask a quick question because I didn't pay attention to this. Did HC units swap your B and C position again, or did it not?
No,
it didn't. So perhaps
I think it got fixed.
So perhaps Clay fixed it in between the Wednesday event and the Friday event. So all right, because I didn't should have asked about that actually during the event, but good to know now. The matchups that I got, and so I was in the A slot again, once again, because I was the one who registered for our team. The matchups that I got were so they were so wildly either in my favor or out of my favor, and only one of them was out of my favor. I think I only lost one game on the day. And they ended so quickly. It was very surprising to me. Actually, I guess I should explain my team. I just said Phoenix Thor, but I was using Phoenix Thor, of course, with the Colossal Sinestro, and with Freya, of course, because Freya is an extremely good support piece, especially if your 10-pole is an Asgardian, which is and Chair Panther. And another key component to the team that helped insanely was the Kryptonite Ring, or the Ring of Kryptonite, whatever it is. So, of course, the goal of my team was to effectively have a character that, would take several attacks, 6 to be usually exact, just kind of walk them up to an opposing character, use my ability to deal out 1 damage that is unable to be reduced if I choose that, affects 1 and 5 on Phoenix Thor's card, and then just kind of end the turn, or either end the turn immediately or generate a construct with Sinestro, use maybe sometimes a sound wave to just deal another 1 damage from knockback, or the sword just to deal a potential large amount of blades damage there. and then end the turn so that Ring of Kryptonite deals another damage. So basically 2 damage, sometimes 3 damage per turn to one or multiple characters without rolling dice. And if you do the math, if you do a character 3 damage that they can't reduce every turn, and they're not also not able to heal on the following turn, then if they have 1 KO click, then in 4 turns their character is KO'd, and I don't have to roll dice for it. So there were several matchups that went my way exactly like that, where while I made attacks during the game, none of the attacks changed the outcome of the game. I could have hit, I could have missed. I suppose a crit miss may have changed things a little bit, but that's why again I have Freya, so I can use probability control 3 times on the attack of Thor or herself. So I very rarely will miss attacks. And again, I just kind of wait for my opponent to die, which is a very strange way to put it, but that's how the games that I did win, that's how they went. The game that I lost because I was a dummy, and it was against a dark side team. So dark side, of course, what does dark side want to do? He wants to bring friends that generate blocking terrain, and he wants to generate that blocking terrain adjacent to an opposing character, and then he wants dark side to run in a circle around that character, destroying all of this blocking terrain, and then for each blocking terrain he destroys while moving, he deals that character 2 unavoidable damage. So if there are 6 blocking terrain markers surrounding a character, that character is automatically KO'd because they're dealt then 12 unavoidable damage, 2 at a time for 6 times. Oftentimes it doesn't take that much to KO a character, but effectively saying this, you can KO anything you want. So that's of course what happened to me, but and it happened to me because this was Anthony Barnstable. He was using Arrow, and we just mentioned Arrow in the last episode, or the last episode, whatever, a couple minutes ago. I forgot that she was able to control the direction of knockback because she has the ability to use Force Blast as free, but only on a character that she targeted with Perplex. It might be an opposing character, but who knows? Doesn't matter. That's not the point. So of course, Arrow perplexes me, then uses Force Blast as free, and I think, oh, that's fine. But then Anthony goes, oh, but I can get to control the direction of the knockback, and then I lost the game right there. I was like, oh, okay. So you're gonna pull me closer to you, and those 3 squares closer to me gave him the range to put blocking terrain adjacent to me. And as he was putting the blocking terrain on the map, I extended my hand to shake his and said, good game. And that was that. So the game ended on turn 1, because on turn 1, I placed Thor into a square, which, again, I thought was safe because I didn't realize that they could control the direction of knockback. Should have read the card instead of assuming I knew exactly what it did. So that was my display of the day. I lost that game. I'm not saying I would have won the game had I not done that. It was still an incredibly difficult matchup. The scenario that I had to have positioned in such a way where I could have to KO all of his characters that generate blocking terrain, which were Molecule Man and Copycat, I believe. I'm not sure what equipment he had on Darkseid. I don't know if he had any Mandarin rings that generated blocking terrain.
No, because it's modern Highlander.
Oh, it's modern. It's modern. Duh. So no Mandarin rings. So I don't know. I don't know if he had anything. I know he told me he wanted to play. What's the equipment that makes blocking? Ruby, the Dream Ruby.
Yeah,
But I don't think he was playing Dream Ruby. I think he was playing something else. So I would have, of course, had a shot. I probably would have. I probably would have won the game if I KO'd both of Molecule Man. Actually, just Molecule Man. Because if I KO Molecule Man, then he doesn't have barrier unless somebody else has barrier, and then because if all commands KO, then copycat wouldn't have barrier. So maybe there's probably a way where I could have done it, but again, I wasn't very intelligent during that game, and again I lost on turn 1. So wham wham. But other than that, I won every other game, like I said, without really needing to roll dice. And like I said, each of my games were super fast. I think the longest game I had was 15, maybe 20 minutes. All of my matchups were very other favorable. Otherwise, I faced nulls. I faced mass steel energy teams with Wolverine, Lord of Vampires. I faced Venom Goddess symbiotes. And I think maybe I faced 2 nulls. No, I didn't face 2 nulls. Can't remember what because it was 5 rounds of Swiss. I can't remember what my 4th win was. It was because I know it was Null, then Wolverine, then I lost against Darkseid. Then it was, I can't remember. What was round 4 or 5? Do you know?
I unfortunately can't remember, but I can look it up.
Yeah.
If the phone loads up, but
Miguel is not prepared to do this. He doesn't want to talk about this event at all, so of course he doesn't have it pulled up. He is not my man in the chair this episode.
well, it's not an event that I'm like, this is the one that really, I can't believe it. Just, oh my God, it was a poor performance. So
Miguel doesn't want to talk about it. I'm not going to rub it in his face, but Miguel did get a single win on the day.
this fucking guy.
Oh no, that's what it is. I can't remember that matchup because we didn't play it.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay, so I only played 4 games. We all, our team only played 4 games because our 5th matchup, the entire team conceded against us.
Yep.
And that's what it was. They just conceded. Everybody, all 3 conceded against us 400-0. So that's why I can't remember. So I collectively, over the course of the day, I only played 4 games. My longest game was 15 minutes. So I played less than an hour. I may have, and Anthony's game ended on turn 1. That was set maybe a couple minutes, not even. So I probably played less than, I may have played like 30 or 40 minutes of HeroClix on that day in total, which is wild for an entire event. So I didn't feel like I did much. It was kind of to me, it was an uneventful day because my games would just automatically, like, either I automatically win or automatically lose, or they concede. And yeah, it was really wild, really quick day for me, but not in terms of total length of the day, because my game would end super fast and then I would have to wait an hour or so until the next round, excuse me. So Miguel, like I said, Miguel won a single game on the day, and that's because, as we mentioned, our final opponents conceded. So prior to that, Miguel went 0-4. He tried his hardest, but
dude, all my games are fucking, just fuck Carol higher than a 6, and I've never seen so many crit misses. But I can't keep blaming the dice for everything.
But also our teammate Lucas, again, I'm not shaming nobody. He didn't do that much better. I think he went 1-3. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Or he would have been 2.
No, because the times that you guys
won. You went 1-4. I thought.
Let's take a
look.
look.
Or did he also go 1-4? No,
he went 2-3.
He went 2-3.
Yep. So he would have went 1-3 basically.
Yeah. So that means because our total team went 2-3, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So there was one real game that we won, which is the game that Lucas won, and then there was one fake. I say fake game.
Yeah.
But it's the concession game at the end where the team just said. And to be fair, I will say, for anybody dogging on the team that conceded against us, they did have absolutely terrible matchups. I was against I remember it was against another null, and I said, "Oh, I win again instantly." And then Lucas was also playing null, and I think his matchup was like really, really good. He was like, "Oh, I just win. They can't KO null." So don't harass whoever that team was. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, don't. I think they were called like three little weenies or three weenies or something.
Some weird ass
I
shit.
don't know. Again, you could look it up, Miguel. You're supposed to. You got to be honest. You got to be giving me the
Yeah.
info.
Well, you're right. It's three little weenies.
Three little weenies. See. So don't be mad to them. Don't harass them. They just they just wanted to get something to eat.
Yeah, they were starving. I mean, because I think by that time it was like 6 o'clock. Yeah, it was 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and they didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And their argument was like, well, the food truck, but the food truck got there what at 3, so that's not really much. I don't know. It's kind of it was just bad. I'm like, God damn, I've never had a record like that. Never fucking had a record like that. That was so fucking embarrassing.
Well, as I was saying, I'm like,
I just
play Prime Pro.
No, just fucking let Logan build my teams. Like Logan was trying to play for 400. That's what I got.
Yeah, he would have said Jennifer Kale.
Yeah, he was just
Jennifer Kale Silver. Now.
Oh, he was just play with Silver now. Have Logan build my team because I can't fucking build teams.
He would say Prime Pro. He would say Egan Rack. He would say I don't know what he would say. He would probably say Chair Panther, but like I can't play Chair Panther because I'm playing it. And I will say, thank goodness I was the Chair Panther player, because there were a couple times like I was against a team that was playing Beetlejuice on the sideline, and he was playing the what's it called, Gauntlet Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was my second matchup. And you could say like, oh, I have such a favorable matchup because it was against Wolverine, Lord of Vampires. Everyone has steel energy, but I'm always going to choose that he can't heal. But his goal again then is to bring Beetlejuice out so that I can't use free actions to prevent him from healing. So, but I chose Chair Panther or chose Beetlejuice with Chair Panther, and then when I felt like the time was right, I attacked Spider-Man, and I knocked him to the stop click, which got rid of all the sideline game elements as long as equipment on the map, and equipment. But it got rid of Beetlejuice. So I was like, all right, because on his following turn he could have KO'd Chair Panther. He missed the attacks, which is a little unfortunate, but he could have. And I was like, I don't want a situation where you KO Chair Panther and then bring out Beetlejuice. So I was like, you know what? I'll hit the Spider-Man, get rid of everything. Now he's unable to bring out Beetlejuice. He still tried to KO Chair Panther just to score points at that point, but the game was on a downward spiral for him, and it was again one of those situations where at that point I really didn't have to roll dice. I just had to deal 2 damage a turn to one or multiple characters and then prevent it from healing. So, and then of course heal myself up with Gaia every turn. Were there any close games, Miguel? Did you have any game where you were like you lost, but you only lost by 50 or less points?
Fuck, I think it was like 3 of them.
So 3. So okay, so yeah. You lost 3 games that were close games.
Like it was 3 games. I'm like, I just needed one more fucking turn.
All right.
And there was the one turn. I was like, God damn it! Like I could have. It just needed to roll higher than a 6. I needed 7 twice, but I'm like, God damn, dude, dice rolls failed me. But yeah, that's basically it. There's not much.
Not much else to say. Miguel's.
That was the worst. That was probably like that was like the worst day that could have happened. At the same time, I spilled my fucking drink on my backpack. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Anything that could go wrong went wrong. Like fucking for real. But
yeah, I don't know. Don't know what else to say about this episode. It's probably a real quick one for this time because again, Miguel is.
I mean, what do you want me to tell? Like, oh yeah, I lost every 4 minutes.
Again, I just said I played less than 40 minutes of HeroClix all day. There's nothing I can say. You played almost all your games went to time. You got a lot of story to say. What was your alpha strike? What was this? What happened? You know, anything cool? Whatever? But it's all
it's just mostly I got smoked. What do you want me to tell you?
you got smoked. But you just said there were close games. You can't be getting smoked and be getting a close game. That is the new syndicate shirt, which is 60 to 45 cooked them.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, God damn, dude. Man, like the one game against that Gulf Coast Avenger guy, that was like, it just like if I killed Adam, I would have won that game. But I think the part of the thing was like losing the spear right off the back. I'm like making 1s and 6s. If I needed a 7-bet, I should never use the spear effect. But when I did, I was like, oh, there's a 6 and a 1 up. It's a crit hit. Lost my spear. Whoop, whoop. But yeah,
I got a problem with Clintar.
Every time a Clintar, bro, I'm perplexed and I can never take a damage. Every time I need the roll ups, I'm like, Chef, I get the 1 and 2. Oh, I was like, all right, cool, I'll make a guy. Well, I don't need that shit. But with Clintar, when I take the damage, oh, there's my 5s and 6s. So I was stuck on perplexed the majority of the time. I was like, God damn, this fucking sucks. But yeah.
And I know this has already been answered, but the healing from Agent Anti-Venom, is that a target heal or not?
They didn't tell me anything about it. It just
I'm on his card, on Agent Anti-Venom's card. Does it say choose a target friendly character, heal them 1 click?
Let's take a look because I have pulled up right now. It says at the beginning of your turn, you may heal a friendly character 1 click. That's it.
So why don't you just heal Clintar off his perplex?
Well, see, and that's why I fucked up, dude. See, I didn't know I could do that shit. I should have fucking just did that. See, I'm bad at the game.
It says choose a friendly character or what?
It says at the beginning of your turn, you may heal a friendly character 1 click.
Yeah.
It doesn't choose. It just says heal friendly character.
So you can heal Clintar with that.
See, but this is where you learn. This is part of the learning curve on the pieces. So, oh, they're swerving. Dude, we're gonna get pulled over.
This guy's going faster behind me. He's trying to go around me, or not trying to go around me. He was just coming up fast behind me, and I thought I was gonna get over for him. But then he starts going around me as soon as I start getting over.
What's up with Jeeps and rubber duckies, dude? Like every fucking Jeep owner has that rubber duckies.
I don't know what it's for. But
I don't know. That's weird, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll let Miguel close out this episode. I don't know. We haven't thanked our sponsor in a while. Miguel, do you want to thank our sponsor to end out this episode?
You could say it better than
I can't. I'm done, Miguel. He doesn't want to talk, but we're making him. Thank our sponsor.
Cliff Nut, another bar. There you go. I don't know how you always say the other shit, but yeah, there you go. Until next time.